Flaren joining us there. So there is cool stuff coming up all around the board.
Yeah. You also got Zet and Richard Lewis who are going to be there. So it's going to be a good time.
Ooh, Richard. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I miss Richard already. Now, going into the, towards the squeak door at least, there are a couple of people from the Deponeret side. They want to get down vents and, well, they're halfway successful, but they dropped the bomb. It's like going to school without your lunch. It's just, it's never going to work, is it? Now it's Kirby and Fetish left 2 on 3. That was the best kill, I think, that Taz could have possibly got in that situation.
Yeah, that was regrettable. That was regrettable for Deponeret at least. Pasha's going to head back into Toxic. He wants to make sure that he stays in one piece. But that is a problem. VP aren't exactly a pushover team on Nuke either. That's one thing to keep in mind here. They you know, snacks. I mean, we've seen what VP are capable of, and it's still going to be hard work here, especially since Deponeret got T side. But those 2 kills are going to, or at least help them get back into this round.
Yeah. You should actually never lose a 2-on-3 in a pistol round like this. Never, ever. Especially not on Nuke, where you could, if you wanted, all grew up in the A-bomb side and just sit on the bomb in this situation. So we'll have to find out. Maybe Virtus.pro giving them a little bit too much leeway here. Taz almost getting caught. Fetish is inside to receive him coming out. Oh, it's so close right now. Kirby charging in, looking for a headshot. Taz goes down. It's from a 2-on-5 into a 2-on-2. They're going to get the bomb plant. That's already way ttoo much for them to ask for. By Ali, he's missing this shot. He goes down. Oh my god, what did we just witness? Now it's down to Pasha in a 1-on-2 here. And Virtus.pro, what's going on?
I don't even know, man. I really am struggling here. Okay. Does he go back to say he's gonna go and save his Kevlar?
Yeah, that's probably even the best he could do right now, as sad as it sounds. As far as I can tell, oh no, I couldn't even see a kit in the bomb site, which means without a kit and without any grenades and with 4 health, even if he gets in and straight kills someone, the other guy's just gonna hide him. He can't win. There's nothing he can do. What a shock! What a complete shock!
Yes, that is incredible. Well, there we go. Deponeret, they somehow magic a pistol round that looked lost beyond all measure, and they somehow make it work.
I think that should be inspiration for anyone playing this game. Is just never give up. Always try and see if you can't bring it home. Pasha also not giving up with a good headshot there onto Fetish. A second one on Nico. Absolutely wrecked in the outside department, and now Deponeret are sort of wondering, are we about to throw this in the opposite direction instead?
They haven't even had to deal with the rest of the players yet. Taz is going to pick AC off of the silo. Great headshot from Kirby. Catches Pasha trying to peek through garage, but Taz gets the angle on it. Pimp, and it's just going to be Kirby left. He's got an AK, but he's 1v4, and he's pinned down behind T-Red.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Kirby, you know, I don't want to say unwinnable after what happened last time, but pretty much is. He's going to go down, and Virtus.pro, they bounce right back. And quick shout out to...
They saved the AKs.
Yeah, even 3 of them, you're right. That's actually a pretty big deal. Quick shout out to Motar on the chat, who just said he'll unleash the biggest case opening in March. And the last one, I think, was like 1,000 cases, so I don't even... that's going to be like a 24-hour case opening. But yeah.
Whoa.
That's madness, Motar. You know, just keep it up. It's
You're brave,
fun.
Motar. I admire your bravery.
It is really interesting. It was hypnotic watching the last case opening. I've watched a fair bit of it and realized why I should never open a single case myself, because it's so hard to get anything. Oh, wait a minute. No, Neo, that would have been the touchdown grenade if that had gone through. They're all unarmored. There's going to be another one right here, and it does soften up 4 targets for Snacks and Pasha to just devour, trying to split it evenly. AC wanted the 3rd kill, but couldn't get it. So overall, I mean, not such a bad eco round from Deponeret. They get the 2 kills in there that they wanted. But do they buy this time around? There only be 2 AKs and 3 Galils. So maybe a little bit questionable.
Yeah, that was some unfortunate positioning, actually. One man from VP was standing in front of the other, and the other had the AK. So that guy couldn't actually just full spray and annihilate Deponeret. He had to try and control the spray, and that gave Deponeret the time to actually get the damage and enough to take out both of those players. So not too shabby there, the way things worked out for the Danes. But that still doesn't mean that they're going to be able to buy up this round. It's going to be another round of pistols for them.
It will be. They're on the terrace side, and they don't need that many rounds. 4 or 5, and they're in the game. If they get more than 5, they're doing really well. So for them to save, double save so soon, I don't think it's really a big issue here. Pasha, see, if that had been the old C-Set 75, he would have stayed put and just fought. But because it's the new one, it takes so long to get out. Almost a bomb plant that round for the Danish side, but not quite gonna work. And Pasha will pick up the 2 kills downstairs. He's 8-0 and 2 right now. And that's a good way going into the 5th round here, where Deponeret will be able to buy once again.
I think Pasha was galvanized by that rank that he just got on HLTV, man. He's the past couple times that we've watched him play, he's been a monster. He's been doing a lot of damage at least. His performance is certainly looking pretty good right now.
You say galvanized, maybe in fact what happened is he woke up and he said, I'm not number 1, what the hell? And then he just decided, like, 2015 is going to be the year of Pasha. Maybe it will be. Oh! Snacks with the parkour jump onto the CT vent, jumping down, shooting up the actual squeaky door and shooting Fetish right through it as well. That was some very sexy Counter-Strike, I would say.
I'd agree. That's some quick thinking as well, quick positioning. Snacks is now going to go for the reap, but Kierby waiting.
Yeah. Grenades exchanged. Pasha coming in outside with the heavy artillery here, the AWP in hand. Gotta be careful because he's not really sure where they are. And Nico could definitely catch him with the right angle. You could see the Terracide AWPer is very, very close to doing it, but they're just dodging each other by a couple of inches. And in the meantime, clock's kind of running out here for Deponeret. Nuke is not a map where you want to have like a couple of seconds left. There could always be someone hiding in a corner somewhere that you didn't know about. Oh. Well, they had enough time left. Great opening from Pimp, especially that double kill. Leaving Snacks and Neo left. Bomb already down. AC gets dropped. It's all on Kierby here. Maybe the Danes are going to have a chance to do it in this 1-on-2, and he's going to run all the way around, guessing that they won't be going for the straight defuse, but he's definitely wrong. They're already on it. 2 seconds, 1 second, and no chance. It's a nice idea from Kierby, I think, but a little bit too risky, maybe.
Yeah, and the one thing is that he had to make noise on that ladder. He just made a lot of noise trying to draw the man off of the defuse, but that just made it easier for VP to be able to lock down that portion of the map, make sure that he couldn't actually get up that ladder. I mean, we always see how difficult it is to actually get up that ladder with while keeping your head intact, right? So that time around it doesn't work out. VP are starting to gain some steam here. I mean, they've got 9,000 on Neo right now. He's the one with the biggest bank, but still, just having a little bit of a cushion is going to help VP in this situation. Beginning of the half like this, they want to be shutting Deponeret down hard.
Yeah, they do. They need that. Strong economy. I mean, 10,000 on Neo is pretty good, but everyone else is very low right now. So just keep soldiering on at this point. That's the ticket out of this for Virtus.pro. Taz hiding in a potentially unlikely corner. And he heard Fetish running back, but he's not entirely sure where he is, and he doesn't want to risk it either. Pasha's making his way up, but he misses the shot on Kierby and misses once again. It's going to be a grenade follow-up, and it'll do just a tiny bit of damage. So a bit of a missed opportunity. Snacks goes down after taking Nico with him, and it is now 4-on-4.
Yeah, nice positioning by Fetish there in the squeak door. They blew the door open, and they're going to be able to get an entry here. Another one. Bialy gets taken out as well as Taz. And it's just Pasha and Neo now alive for VP in a 2-on-4. All of that, again, man, the curse. I have to be careful, Anders. This is dangerous. This is too much power. I praise VP, and then I praise whichever team, and that team loses the next round, clearly. If you guys have bets, I accept skin donations.
Well, I mean, well, actually, I mean, we do accept skin donations. If you go to CSGO Lounge, there's a link right there. So it's possible. But can't you channel your extraordinary powers towards something better, Sumner? Like peace in the Middle East, or just anything like that. End Ebola, if you can.
Yeah, Ebola's gonna win this, guys. I mean, it's looking real good for the virus right now. They're moving around. I'm thinking the next round, Ebola's got this.
All right, there we go.
There we go. Solved, Anders. Taken care of. You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Horrible disease, a horrible virus. So there we go. Glad we could get that out of the world. 7th round coming up. Deponeret. If they can win rounds like that, and they made that look really impressive with that kind of timing, that's potentially a scary thing for Virtus.pro. If they lose this upcoming round, their money, apart from on Neo, will be really too low to buy anything. And that's when the Danes make their way back. Moving quite quickly towards the ramp room is AC, and just strafes out. Running shot on Neo. Pasha, though, he's going to miss again. He's just a little bit off with the shots right now, the man with the biceps. But how long is that going to last for?
Nobody in position in Toxic this time. Pasha couldn't make it there fast enough. There's the spray from Taz, but he's just a second too late. And Pimp lives with 5-6 HP. Good shot from Pasha, though, to pick off Kierby from ramp, but this is going to be so tough for VP to actually retake it, despite them having a good health lead. The angles are so solid for Deponeret.
Yeah, almost impossible here, especially with AC being in Toxic. It's hard to deal with. Nico could have got himself killed then. No bomb defused just yet, and they are all going to die inside this bomb site one way or another. AC peeking on out with a quick double kill, and that's going to be 4-3 with Virtus.pro unable to buy here. So, yeah, I'm impressed by the Danish team right now. They're playing really well.
Dude, they're solid right now. They're, again, just able to bounce back despite having a rough start. Wondering if it's just Fetish able to keep the team level-headed, right? Able to keep their cool. Because of all the experience that he has, that he's worked with these players in the past. It seems like Fetish may be making the difference as far as just making sure that Deponeret stay on track.
Yeah. I mean, I was playing with Dupree yesterday, and I was talking about Fetish and experience, and I was so sure that Fetish is older than me, and I realized that I'm actually like 2 years older than Fetish, and it ruined my day, you know. I can't believe it. Yeah, that was heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking, but I've come back since, because then I realized how cool Fetish is, and you know, still, even if it's only 2 years, I think I can still make it, you know. Maybe not as an in-game leader, but there's room, right? There's still room. Tell me it's not over yet, Samla.
It's not over yet, Anders. Don't worry, man. It's all good.
Yeah, it might be over for Neo, because they're awfully close, and they're waiting for him to peek. He does miss the headshot. Does a little bit of damage there. Grenade up. Oh, what a great grenade. And Neo with the spray down. It's not over at all. Not if you're the one. He's going to come up with another 30 bullets here to take down Fetish for now a triple kill. Flashbangs in once again, but is there someone? No, yeah. Nico's actually managed to sneak over on towards Hell. Pimp gets an entry in the main. And it should be around for Virtus.pro, but again, it's looking a little bit crazy. Finally, Pimp goes down, and now it should work out just fine. Neo falls, but he did everything he could to win this round for his team. And Nico, can't really do anything at this point.
No, he's got the smoke, so he's going to be able to hide in it pretty much. They aren't going to be able to find him before the time runs out. And this is pretty much Deponeret. I mean, best case scenario for Nico is him holding on to this AWP. The rest of his team have the money to buy. He can even drop a gun right now for one of his teammates, so that's really solid. He can drop a gun for Kierby, make sure that there's an AK there. But VP, man, it feels like such a back and forth match right now. So close. If Neo doesn't get that spray down, he gets overwhelmed, and Deponeret are looking at the lower side again.
Yeah. The goal for the Polish team right now has to be 12-3. Just don't give them more than the 3 rounds they have now. It is possible. It's actually not even such a stretch to imagine. Little peek in, AC dropping down, Kierby up here. We still haven't seen much wall banging going on up from silo or from inside the A hut or the A bomb hut site. So that's a little bit of a shame, because that's one of the really fun features of Nuke, I feel like. Bye, Ali. Show us that magic. You can hear them jumping shortly. Taz can as well. So they know someone's up there.
Unleash the Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, there we go. By Ali, just as, yeah, they can hear it. I mean, especially Taz inside the hut, he can hear them jumping outside. So that's a very common signal for someone inside the A-bomb site to just try and put some shots through. But no hit this time. Snacks playing, wouldn't you imagine, at the edge of a smoke like he so often does. He's going to spot one going down. Can he see a little bit more? I don't know how this looks from Deponeret's side, but from Snacks' side right now, it's very interesting to watch. Does some damage to Nico. Is going to fall back. And wants to re-peek. If only he had a grenade, it would have been great. But they're actually all down secret. They're getting really dangerously close. Taz holding the B-bomb site. Going to pick off the one, but he goes down.
Yeah, some ugly spray there from Taz, actually. That opens up Neo to the flank. Pimp hitting that perfect angle. Pasha drops down vents, falls to Pimp. And now Bialy 1v3. Pimp, he's so wired tight right now, he nearly takes his teammate's head off.
Is that good or bad? Like, you know, he was on fire when they were playing against Penta, so maybe this is a good sign that the Deponeret are still very much awake. Bialy, I'm not sure if he has a plan in mind or if he's just sort of mentally let go and says, I'm just going to do this on instinct and raw skill, but there's no time, and without the kit, even that isn't going to be enough. He's going to end up getting a kill and running away. I think that might have been the best case scenario, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely just get out of dodge. Ah, there we go. He does manage to make it up there and actually pick up an AWP, so that's a good save on Bialy's part. Only problem is, that's pretty much all they're going to have. He's going to be able to hand that over to Snacks, but... Man, VP are broke. Losing rounds like this is really hurting their economy. Deponeret now are in a golden position. I mean, if they could even just pick up only 5 rounds, Deponeret are going to be feeling very happy about this first map.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, well, we're going to look at the rush here first before I continue talking. Taz with a really good double in return. He's almost out of bullets. That could have been a triple on Kirby. That was headshot range. Snacks coming in with the AWP from outside, and Neo, he's in lobby somewhere, but Pasha, I'm looking at him. If he can find an opening to come out of the vents quick, and I mean quick, guns blazing quick, that could be interesting. He's got the C set, so it's the right tool for the job. Now he's just going to find the timing, and Fetish is going to jump down on his face and take him out. Next in line, Neo with a great headshot there. Oh, he takes one more with him. Now it's just Kirby left, and he's going to falter Snacks. What a retake from Virtus.pro. And I was about to say that probably Pasha let out at least one Kurva as Fetish jumped down on his face, but they managed to retake it anyway. That was actually really impressive from VP.
That was really impressive from 2 players, Taz and Neo. Taz, I mean, if the stairs that he was standing on didn't mess with his aim, he had that triple kill with the 5-7. And Neo just picking up that AK, he got a disgusting first frag, and then got all the information as to where the remaining members were for Deponeret. Like, those 2 plays from those 2 players really made it happen there for VP. That's what made it possible to actually get that eco win.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Well, now it's going to be a rush towards the ramp room. This could be a complete slaughter. These are unarmored targets, and Neo is merciless. He's going to spray through. He's got Pasha here. It's the ultimate buddy system. They should... Yeah, they even kind of halfway meet up and high-five how they just destroyed Deponeret, so... that was brutal, to say the least. And not a round that the Danes seemed to put much into. They just kind of went in it. Now, what I was about to say the other round was, if this was like Mirage or Dust 2 or something like that, I would be all for counseling for some CT side aggression for Virtus.pro, but I think out of all the maps, Nuke is one of the maps where it can be really hard to go aggressive on CT side. It's definitely not impossible. I think maybe JW is like the ultimate example, but it can really backfire. Snacks gets an opening kill. It's another A-rush coming in, and it's actually working. The Danes have made their way through, and I have no idea how. They're so good at it.
Yeah, the reason why... Okay, well, we'll get into that afterwards. Snacks through the smoke takes out AZ. What? And he's always going to tag Pimp as well. Dude, Snacks has got X-ray vision. He is... That's incredible.
Yeah, that did look so close. Fetish almost down the grenade. Is it going to bounce through? It doesn't kill Fetish somehow? I would have thought even one splinter would have tanked him then and he would have been gone, but they're going to win in the end. Pimp and Fetish staying alive, and 7-5 now, and Virtus.pro, they have the money to buy this. The only positive thing I can think of right now.
But this is why Deponeret can keep going for these... these all-out YOLO plays, just A-rush after A-rush, because they have so many rounds already on T-side. So they can afford to take risks and just play very aggressive versus VP, because they had 4 rounds and now they have 5. Anything is possible, including a triple spray down from Snacks.
That is really not supposed to be possible. It only has 20 bullets, and they were not... I mean, the first 2 were grouped up, sure, but the last one, you kind of had to adjust your aim mid-spray. Nico outside taking a dangerous amount of damage, and that was Snacks being just a complete god. Taz solo boosting himself up here onto Silo to execute Nico down in the yard. Virtus.pro saying 5 is the most you're going to get. We won't let you have any more. That was actually, like, I think that's, like, this year, which has only just begun, that has to be one of the best control sprays I've seen so far.
It's pretty nasty. No doubt about it. Triple spray with an M4A1. It's not every day we get to see beauty like that. Oh, Kirby, man. He's going for the real sneak stuff, though. Smoke to cover. He's starting to sneak his way out. Taz is changing up his position, however. Looking to block him. Trying to get to A main, but Kirby's going to be too quick. But he's walking right into Bialy. And that's easy work there for Bialy. Just too damn good. Holding that angle. VP, though, 8 rounds, 8 rounds. Can they run it? Can they make it to 10-5? That's the bare minimum now. That's what has to happen here for VP.
Yeah, this is rough. Really rough for the Virtus.pro squad. I mean, especially if you consider for just a moment that they actually won the second round after losing pistol. Imagine if they had lost the first 3, and then Copenhagen Wolves had got another 4 on top, so there was actually more like 7 rounds for Deponeret. That would have been scary. Snacks, though, doing a great job, and he's got Neo here as well. Instant cleanup. You gotta give Virtus.pro credit. I mean, once the kills are there, they really do take them. It's just when they lose the entry frags to Deponeret that things get weird.
Yeah, then it's just like Snacks is. I'm tired of this, man. I am not amused. And he gets another back-to-back spray down. All right, 10th round, Anders. What do you think Deponeret are going to go for here? It may be a pointy letter.
Yeah, I wanted to say like an A rush, and actually look at Fetish blowing up Squeak, throwing a smoke into Hot. That's like a remain. That's like a classic indicator that it's going to be a rush, and it will be. It's worked every other time so far, so why not keep it up? Kirby will pick up a kill as well. It's now a 3-on-4, and again, Danish terrorists come out on top. Fetish even standing in fire to try and see if he can get rid of Neo, but he dodges a couple of bullets and will stay alive. Kirby going to go down. It's now a 2-on-2, and the bomb is only just planted. It is not ticked that far just yet, so there is a little bit of time. Pasha's fighting outside as well. C-set 75 in hand up against Nico, and both Pasha and Neo are tagged up.
All right, they decide to smoke out Neo. Pasha, though, does he watch the right angle? Look at Pimp. He's got a gap. Perfect. Takes out Pasha. Neo doesn't have a hope now.
Wow.
Prayer, nor a prayer. Pimp just getting the job done. I mean, triple kill for him, including the entry.
That's the power of an A rush that executed really well. I'm so sad that Ven is near because he would have loved this. But just to quickly reiterate, the main indicator that this is happening is when Squeak gets blown up, he's sort of the back guy. Everyone else is running past him, so he blows up Squeak, throws another smoke that goes into main to smoke that off. Then you kind of rush in and you look at upper and see if there's anyone inside. People are coming out of Hot as well, and generally speaking, that's a really cool way of doing it. There is another delayed A push where you actually sort of smoke outside, and then you have a couple of people running in through main through yard, and then everyone else comes in through Hot and Squeak. That's obviously 3 different angles instead of 2 different angles you're coming in from, but it's, I would say, considerably more difficult to execute the other one because you can easily lose people in yard before you even get into A. So, but that's worth noticing as well. 16th round is coming up. Second half, first map. You're right on time here for the SLT Star Series Season 12, and this is Roomonfire. Thank you for joining us, guys. It's been a really good evening already, and we plan to keep it up.
Woo! Great headshot there from Kirby to start. Catches Bialy coming around the corner into ramp, and Neo just goes charging into hell right now. No fear for the flames. He's going to go running right up the ladder. They caught Fetish off guard.
Completely. He gets sent flying over the railing right into his death. Almost fell into Nico's face. Now they're in the bomb site here and trying to get the bomb down already. Pimp is going to fall. This is looking great for VP right now. They're going to take down AC as well. And next in line is Nico, falling almost exactly where Fetish did. Now it's all on Kirby. He started off this round. Can he finish it as well?
Oh, they hear him coming. Surprise, surprise. Neo lurking. We'll pick him up, but that was a good position there from Neo. Kirby, no time to waste, had to go legging it, and, well, Neo was in position to hear him coming and get the job done. So VP take the pistol round, which was crucial for them. Absolutely crucial, just because they gave up so many rounds in the first half. Every round is going to matter now, and VP desperately needed to get some, air quotes, easy ones on the board. By picking up the pistol, at least now they get to deal with Deponeret with only pistols of their own.
Oh, it's going to be a ramp rush. There are 3 people here, actually. The Danes have guessed right. Pimp will pick up a kill as well, but that's going to be all. Almost they took down Neo as well. That's actually really, really scary for VP. They were hoping it's going to be 1 person at ramp, and instead it's 3, but they fought their way out anyway.
Nice calm play there by Bialy. What are you going to do, though? That was just pretty bread and butter anti-eco round there from VP. No fear running into ramp. I wouldn't necessarily agree with the ramp rush, though, just because you're running within lethal range of the P250, the CZ, the 5.7. I mean, any number of pistols, if you're holding up close and ramp as a CT, you can get instant headshots and just outright kill people.
Yeah.
So, VP, they did take a risk going into ramp like that.
I'm going to have to look at Snacks here in the MAC-10. Because actually, if you know how to use this MAC-10 in anti-ecos, it's such an effective weapon. Way more than it should be. Even though it sounds like you're just really shooting, I don't know, pellets at people. It still works.
Well, can Nico use a MAC-10? That's the question. Not going to get the chance. And Pasha, remaining 2 kills go his way. Needs to pad those stats. Not going to take the MAC-10. He's going to stick with that Galil. So now begins the game. And Nico goes straight for the AWP, Anders. So there we go. We have the answer to our question.
Exactly right. And, you know, that was the big question we were talking about. Fetish has been known not to, or pretty much on any other map, except for Nuke, where he's had some incredible results. But we're talking about Nico, and he can be a force of nature when it really gets unleashed. Virtus.pro, they're doubling the round score right now of Deponeret. It's looking so bright, but the one detail to remember is that they're T-side Nuke, and weird things happen on this T-side at times, so don't get too carried away if you've bet on Virtus.pro to celebrate just yet. A lot can still happen, including Pip walking in like that to take down Snacks, and could have almost dropped by Ali as well. Pretty nice idea, but as it happens, that trade pretty will favor Virtus.pro, especially if they get the next kill.
Yeah, if they can get another one, this would be a huge advantage for them. But Neo's going to get spotted by AC. Good thorough work there. Fetish and Kirby are both already rotated down to the lower site, so VP, they could be running into a crossfire here if they decide to try and push through these windows.
By Ali. Looking through the window, just trying to see anybody that he can. AC's in a really good crossfire position with Fetish here. They've read this situation perfectly. Kirby's down here as well. That's a quick double for Kirby, leaving just Taz. Gets the 1 kill in, but he's being shot at from every which angle, and he's going to end up going down. So, not only do they win the round, they also survive with 3 members, and that's a good starting point if you're on the CT side. So, Virtus.pro not being allowed to run away with the game just yet. Now I'm wondering how creative they can get. I want to see some really cool play from the Polish team right now.
Now it has to come down. I mean, they got to be revving their engine, right? It's all about that Virtus plow. They got a tank full of diesel. They got to be making some noise. If they let Deponeret shut them down, if they let Deponeret, you know, snip the battery cables, things are going to go south for VP real quick.
Yeah, you never know. Danish teams have been known from time to time to play really well on, from time to time to play really well on the CT side of a lot of different maps, but especially Nuke seems to have like a weird connection. Dignitas obviously being the most favored one, but Copenhagen Wolves were good at it too in their time, and this is obviously you know, the remnants of the latest Copenhagen Wolves team anyway. They lose Nico early on, so in terms of starts, that's about as good as it gets. Pasha simply out-opening the Danish player.
I'm watching right now. There we go. That was it. Neo is going to start pushing around at ramp. Fetish trying to go toe-to-toe with Pasha. Missed the opportunity. Only did, what, 22 damage. That's not good enough. And look at that. Pip drops down. He messed up. He dropped off a dog right into the waiting arms of Snacks. And Snacks, he didn't hold his arms out open to catch him, Anders. He let him drop. He let him fall.
The thing is, if I was fighting Snacks and he did catch me, I think Snacks could, even at my size, I think Snacks could probably body slam me, because Snacks is huge. I mean, he's like, he's so tall, he's such a massive person. I think Snacks could probably take most people in a 1v1 fight. If even if Pasha and Snacks were fighting, I'm not sure I wouldn't bet on Snacks, to be honest. I'd go that far.
Dude, Snacks is big.
Yeah, but man, he's like
Pasha's scary, man.
He's like a super like well-built person. He's just like fucking huge.
Yeah, but Pasha, man, he looks like an Undertaker. Like, he's just there to clean up.
Well, Virtus.pro winning that round is a big deal. That's going to force Deponeret back on an eco, and it's not quite game yet, but if Deponeret don't bring it around in the next round, then it's going to be tricky. And they're all over the place. They're like, the Danes are running all around A and down through vent and up again. They're really trying to make noise and keep Virtus.pro from guessing exactly what's going on. The VP aren't really buying it, though. I mean, they're playing as calmly as they can right now.
Oh, they're going to get out onto this upper site now. Nice surprise there by Snacks. He's going to catch AC in the smoke. Just very thorough work coming out here from VP. They are checking all the angles, and somehow Snacks is locking on and picking up nearly every frag. Pasha just stabs Pimp as he tries to cross the ladder with that AWP. And it's pretty much over there. The real scary thing here is that Deponeret, they have to be worrying about the state of Virtus.pro's economy. Virtus.pro have got banked now. So they're going to be able to keep up the pressure. And VP are on 14 rounds.
Yeah. That allows for no mistakes at all, does it? I mean, you're going to have to play flawlessly from here on out if you're on the Danish side. Not exactly easy. You're this far behind. You're looking for 9 straight rounds in a row. That's been done on Nuke multiple times, but you're playing one of the strongest teams in the world. And you don't maybe have that much experience playing this map. I think a lot of teams don't prefer to practice Nuke if they can get away with not doing it. Rather, put some work in on Overpass, see if you can edge out the other teams on a slightly newer map.
That was the main argument that Na'Vi had for holding off on practicing Nuke. They felt like so many teams had such a lead on them as far as experience on the map. It wasn't worth their time to invest in it, in cracking it. I mean, I don't know if Deponeret is the same thing. It just seems like they need to iron out the kinks, really. Fetish, used to playing Yard. He's going to have to change up his position now, thanks to Nico. These sorts of things. But that just takes time. Nico missing the shot. No, he tagged Snacks, actually. Whoa, nice shot out to Neo, though.
I was going to say, one thing is him only getting the tag, which is still pretty good. Another thing is him then turning a nice 90 degrees and just picking up that kill here. There's a 2-1-4, Taz and Bialy left. They're going to try and get downstairs to put the bomb down, and with Bialy covering, this should definitely be possible. So it's a big win for Virtus.pro. No, they're not going to get the bomb plant. Yabu. So ninja, he even faked me out with the camera overview then. That is actually a really, really big upset. They still have the money on Virtus.pro's side, but if you get denied all your bomb rounds like that, when you don't get the bomb down, you could end up missing out on a couple of real buy rounds in the end. And that's all that really matters right now for VP. They just want as many chances as they can of getting a buy round where they can get the right pick off at the right time. Well. Again, Pasha on pick-off duty with the AWP. Just looking for anyone he can. It's Kirby on the receiving end if once smoke goes away. But elsewhere on the map, Snacks is playing in the smoke by Hut. And there's someone right on top of him. What are they doing here? He made it down underneath Pimp in the smoke. I don't know how he does it. Is he like working part-time as a firefighter as well? Is he used to walking around smoke completely blind but still able to somehow navigate? It's nuts, isn't it?
He's just got that internal map. He's so dialed into that internal map. It's like he can be blindfolded and still be able to walk around the entire map, without bumping into anything. That's just how some minds work. Get Right has it, Snacks has it. Some players on this map in particular just know how to read it. And there you go. Snacks gets the drop on Kirby, sneaks up from ramp and picks him off, and now they have the man advantage. Only 35 seconds left, though, so VP don't have too much time to act. They can't afford to make a mistake now.
And Bialy's actually really far behind with the bomb. Now, the one thing is they do have to smoke here, and they were wondering, you could see Pasha's thinking, should I smoke vent or should I smoke for the plant? And I think smoking for the plant is the right idea when you're a man up like this. They're covering everything. Bomb goes down, very little time left. And now this is a strong situation for Virtus.pro. They are all in the side, or at least 3 of them are. They could get shut down, but with Fetish also going down up behind, Neo on 1 health, this is about to be map point here for Virtus.pro. And actually, as you can tell, a lot of exit. I think we just skipped a couple of frames, so there are a lot of exit kills for the Danish side, but they're going to lose the round anyway. 15 to 8 right here.
That's pretty much it. The nail in the coffin. Because they don't even have enough to really drop. Nico can drop the FAMAS. Okay, Pimp can drop a FAMAS. But AC doesn't have money to drop a rifle for a teammate. So you're going to have a couple of them walking around with pistols. Look at Fetish. He has to go for the FAMAS, or not for the FAMAS, rather a Deagle. Kirby's going to have a FAMAS. Okay, so they're still going to have some firepower, but this is still advantage VP in a big way.
VP. They grenade off, they flash, they throw the smokes as if though they were going to grenade push, but as we can tell, they're kind of hanging back a little bit here. They're just trying to convince Deponeret that something's happening, and enough that they can get into ramp, and once again it Snacks with the opening to take down Kirby, going for Fetish as well. Not quite going to do the damage, but that's some very cheeky play coming out from the Polish team, and I'm glad that they used the Danish tactic there, but then actually used it against them. Said, we know how this tact works as well, so we're going to pretend to do it, and then you guys are going to go and peek and ramp instead. It's going to be just an overwhelming victory in this last round here. Nico, last man standing in a 1-on-4, and they're going to be... Oh, they're all waiting. There are going to be some grenades following down here, I think.
Boom. That was the 1 HE, though. So it's going to be a bullet that seals it unless he just decides to throw himself off the side. There you go. Snacks instant headshot. First map goes to VP after a bumpy start, after a really rough first half.